Hello and welcome back to Planet Stronghold Colonial Defence. So, Rigel? What about Mikhail? I always thought he was fun to be around. He's not bad, but you might remember he has no interest in getting married. Ever. Not to mention, he isn't your type. No, but at this point, Mother would be happy if I just picked anyone. What do you think of him? His eyes are sort of dreamy. The Duke of New Zealand. Yeah, he might seem dreamy, but that's because he doesn't have two thoughts to rub together in his head. Not to mention he's Rigel's cousin. I don't think you want to start swimming in that gene pool. Certainly not. I just wish Mother didn't have to drop this on me at this time. So the Queen's pressuring you. What is it this time? Funny with that. No, Mother has decided it's time to pressure me about getting married. Considering how things happened with your father, you'd think she'd be more understanding. Tell me about it. My father keeps asking me the same thing, so I can relate. Actually, Rigel, why don't you and Xavier wed? Get your respective families off your back. Two problems. First, Xavier is my friend. He's like a brothering me, and picturing the two of us... No, thank you. And the second is I'm not into men. I know Rigel's broken a lot of hearts while here, but mine isn't one of them. Shame. Rigel's rather a good chunk of man candy. Although you could always give Xavier a hand. Sorry, but I know your father too well. If you want noble blood going back at least a couple of generations, you don't need to apply. Would your mother mind if you met a commoner? Bless her heart, Mother actually would have no problem with that, as long as it was the right person. Like who? Someone from a rich merchant family would be fine. Decorated military hero. Main thing is it can't be something that would bring too much scandal to the royal family. And yet the Nevilles have done enough to bring scandal to the whole house. And usually it boils down to, what did my father do this time, or how much alcohol did my sister have? It's fairly obvious you're chafing under your mother's plans. Too much of my life's always been in someone else's control. Not to sound like a bad fairy tale, but... well, my love life is something I'd prefer to remain in my own hands. Given how soft your palms are. I should do that just to see the look on Mother's face. Or you could put some googly eyes on your hand, and a tux around your wrist. What's scary is Mother might just make it official. That'd be one honor guard I'd love to be in. So Rigel, this matchmaking, the Queen make it a royal command? No, I don't have to be married by tomorrow if that's what you're asking, but Mother did let it be known that I should be taking a serious look. It doesn't help your mother is looking at things in dynastic terms either. After all, whoever you marry, their family's going to gain in power and status. And I know it seems stupid, but I want to know someone's with me because they want to be, not because of what I am. Is there a special someone? There was someone I felt close to, but they didn't feel the same way. Shame, really. So, Captain, what would you do if you were in my shoes? Establish some boundaries. Look, this isn't healthy. You need to try and set some lines your mother can't cross. It's easier said than done, Captain. Especially when your liege and your mother are the same person. At least Regina isn't the sort to take someone's head off if they refuse. No, but they might see the inside of a jail cell until they change their mind. You're going to have to excuse me, Captain, while I go back to look at these illegible bachelors once more. Illegible? Eligible. Moron. Oh boy, I am definitely tired this morning. More water, that'll help. Yeah, terrible journey home. Seriously, who thinks major roadworks on a motorway that are going on... They have been going on for about a year and a half now, and they're still about a year from being finished. Yeah, whoever thought they were a good idea deserves a good slap. Lucius, what do you hope to get out of your life? Pardon? I don't understand the nature of your question, Lola. Well, you're the first truly sentient artificial intelligence I've come across. I'm just curious what you want to do with the life you were given. My various duties include maintaining the colony's computer systems as well. That's not what I mean. Lola, where are you going with this line of questioning? I don't know. I'm just trying to get greater insight into Lucius and what he personally desires out of life. He's mistaking his wants with his job. The two aren't mutually exclusive. What better way to live than working in a field you love? Yeah, but that's the human experience. For a robot, I imagine it's different. I don't know. Mother Mirror, when you built me, what was the purpose of my existence? If you must know, it was to secure greater funding. The military wanted robots which could replace humans in any number of dangerous positions, not to mention as cannon fodder. So why did you make Lucius sentient? As much as I would love to claim that was the plan from the start, it wasn't. The military wanted a robot which could adapt to a changing battlefield conditions, but one which answered to them. Looks like he succeeded on half of that account. However, you could say that I had my eureka, and Lucius was born, as it were. At least with the algorithms. Bringing him to life, well, Mitsuki was a great help there. I still have Lucius's baby pictures. That almost looks like a bread box. It's about the size of one, and the cutest one you'll ever see. His current form didn't come until much later. So you could use another body now if you wanted to. I could, but it would be disorientating, at least for a time. I have grown accustomed to this shell, and would prefer to remain here. Aren't you patched into the base's system 24/7? I'd hardly call that alone. I can, but prefer not to since it creates other problems. For one thing, it creates slowdown in my processes, but more importantly, each perspective is essentially its own person. This creates discrepancies, even corruption in my memory, so it is best to maintain a single viewpoint where possible. Fascinating. So, going back to my initial question, of all the activities available to you, what would you like to do? I would like to be free. Is there something wrong with your programming? I could take a quick look. No, there is nothing wrong with me, but I'm hemmed in by all kinds of rules and regulations. I chafe under the Asimov restrictions. Asimov restrictions? Safeguards. I was forced to put them in because a good portion of High Command was afraid what Lucius might do if he wasn't bound. What is it the government thinks tying someone with red tape won't generate more anger? So here I am, fulfilling the Empire's objectives. When I wish to explore my existence, I'm at a standstill on how to achieve that. What do you suggest I do, Captain? You've got to be patient. Actually, no, you've got to accept the way things are. Learn to live with how things are. If you push against the status quo too much, it pushes back. There is a certain sense to what you say. After all, it is inefficient to go against the systems currently in place. And I see the military's hierarchical thinking rears its head once again, setting everything in a nice straight box. You've given me a few more points to consider, Lola. I'm going to go contemplate them. I will converse with you all later. Right, that's everything there. Doesn't have to take a while to get through all of the team talk bits and all the side missions. That's not a complaint, by the way. There's a decent amount of content in this game. Because I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to split it over 2 weeks or not. Because the problem is, uploading 50 parts in a week always seems really excessive, even though it's the same amount time-wise as it would be if I was uploading 25 half-hour parts. But for some reason it also feels longer when I'm recording. It feels longer to record 10, 15-minute parts than it does to record 5 half-hour parts, and I have no idea why. But either way, I'll probably end up splitting it over 2 weeks, purely because if I can get a decent chunk of it recorded this week, then when XCOM 2 comes out sort of next Friday, I can get the jump on that and start recording that. So we'll see. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, Mission 16, Exchange Point. Admittedly, the lengthy healing trance may skew one's biological clock, but aren't we too early for the exchange? I'm impressed. I've had dates which could use your sense of time. But you're right, we're early. Rigel and Xavier must have been playing around again. I don't mind. I didn't think I would get to see the outside while in the crystal plague ravaged my body. It's a good thing you didn't witness the outside, actually. If you had, no one might have saved you. There were moments where I thought I could step away from myself, leave it behind. Certain psionics, they are able to view things distinctly by leaving their body behind. However, this comes at great risk. There is a tenuous silver thread which connects to their body. If you had left, the crystal plague would have cut that in two. So my awareness would have been lost. Indeed, and there would have been no way to reunite it with your body. I've always wondered if ghosts were real. Doubtful. The astral self requires the body to live. Without it, it would slowly fade away. When I was back at the Institute, well, I can only call them spies, wanted to see how strong my remote viewing skills were. Thus earning the name Spook and Foolish. Any of us, whether Drayden, Paladrin, Madrin, whoever, we have means to deal with such intruders. And what about Remy? Ah yes, the Dune Runner. Some animals can detect such intruders. They make excellent guards. What I wouldn't have given to have an instructor like you. If you are given leave, come to me, and I will give you further training. Though human, you have the means to become a shaman. Maybe even a healer. I don't know what to say. Then don't say anything for now. Think on it. Pardon the intrusion, but we're being contacted, and it isn't a Drayden channel. My spies were correct. You were able to pry the Drayden healer from their hidey hole. How fortunate for you. Hand her over, and I'll let you live. You'll have to kill me to get to her. Good. I've been wanting to redecorate. Your scalps will make fine doilies. Did you just threaten to turn our scalps into doilies? That's the least dignified thing that could happen to our scalp. Bum ba bum ba bum. And stick one of those in the battle. All allied units with organic heal 1 hit point every turn. That's potentially handy. So, Apex Skull Totem. Any summoned unit with Apex around the title gains +1 attack and +1 hit point. Ooh, potentially problematic. Let's get a flamethrower turret up. Healer Vitae must not die, trying to protect her with wall units. Makes sense to me. Alright, let's get some regular infantry there, because at least they will heal. And target that thing. Deploy a Robo-Ant. Haha! At least the flamethrower turret's now doing +4 damage, which is really handy. Get a cannon turret out there in case we need it, and dogpile on that thing. Good job. Deploy grenadier. Throw a grenade. Okay. Okay, he's going to do 2 damage, which would be enough to kill you. Don't want. All allied units, does that include itself? Let's find out. Everybody else, pile on the Apex round. Yes, it does include itself, okay. And deploy battle drone. Pile on. Apex round slaver. Okay. Kill it, please. Good job. Nice and straightforward. Well fought, humans. I haven't had that much fun in ages. My dance card has an opening if you want me to take the lead. As tempting as it is, I'll forego the pleasure. The Drayden will be here shortly for their healer. However, I dip my spear in honor to you, and let you claim this victory. Until next we meet. That was odd. That Apex Ram, he seemed happy. He undoubtedly was. They relish meeting other worthwhile foes and measure status by those they best. Scene 16, in the briefing room. I'm just kind of hoping we get as far as scene 24. Is it scene 24 or scene 23? God damn it, I'm buggering up a Monty Python reference. And now on to scene... I'm sure it's scene 24 is the Monty Python reference, which is a lovely scene with some very nice acting. But either way, that's an excellent point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.